What?
What's that noise?
Alfred, this is bad! Look at the sky!
Huh?
What's happening to Rena and Lenegis?
It looks like Lenegis is transforming? But into what? What's going on?
How the hell are we supposed to fight the Renans if they're packing that kind of arsenal?
It seems they've broken their silence at last. My concern is that object they've dropped into the water. It's as if they're driving a literal wedge into Dana.
Not just into Dana, but her own resistance too. And what's with that beam of light coming down from above? Got any idea what that could be?
Astral energy.
Are you serious? All of that is astral energy? But that...
It's a lot for sure. Not even all the astral energy harvested by every lord combined compares to that column.
They're trying to squeeze every last bit of energy out of the planet.
But why? I thought they only needed to harvest astral energy as part of the crown contest.
Who cares? If we don't stop it now, the whole of Dana is going to be hollowed into oblivion.
Oblivion.
Do you think that red woman is behind this?
It certainly wouldn't surprise me. Just as the Sovereign, the Maiden, and all 5 Master Cores are gathered in one location, she appears out of nowhere bearing a 6th core. She then forces the 2 of you to help her assemble the Renis Alma. Just what kind of person is this woman?
You mean you don't know her?
Pardon?
She was there at your palace, wasn't she? I figured you knew who she was.
Are you saying I should be familiar with this woman?
Well, sure. I remember seeing her with you back at Adelina Palace several times. Everyone in the guard always wondered who she was.
Now that you mention it, I remember seeing her with Balsif, too. You saw her, right, Shion? Shion?
Oh, sorry, I drifted off. As far as I remember, the first time I saw her was when we ran into her in Pelegion.
Seriously? How could you two not notice her before? She sticks out like a sore thumb.
I guess I always figured she kept an eye on the lords for the Renin top brass.
You're sure you don't remember ever seeing her before?
I'm certain of it. My memory has never failed me.
But if it's not that, then...
We'll get to the bottom of this later. Right now, that wedge is a bigger concern.
Well, what are we gonna do then? We're not gonna be able to leave Ganeth Haros until we come up with a plan, right?
Cyslodia lies beyond the northern mountain range.
Yeah, but we haven't found a single route through those mountains while we've been here. And we haven't gotten clues from any of the freed locals either.
Surely there must be a way through. This realm can't have been completely isolated from the rest of the outside world for 300 years. Volron may have simply sealed and hidden it.
Okay, then let's try asking the townspeople again if they know anything. Who knows? We might have missed something the first time around.
Sounds good to me. Better that than trying to build a boat from scratch. Let's start searching.
That must be Rena's true power.
I imagined there would be something, but not to this extent.
What's gonna happen now?
We ask around. Let's do what we can.
Hey, when that wedge dropped down on Dana, did anyone else see any weird light shoot out with it?
Indeed. As I recall, it was 4 lights, each one a different color and going in a separate direction.
That's what I saw too. What were they?
Hold on. A lot just happened here, so let's take a minute. For now, let's focus on one thing at a time.
I bet the whole of Dana's losing its mind right about now.
And just when we'd finished liberating all the realms. So much for things getting somewhere close to normal.
It's too calculated. As if whoever's behind all this was watching us.
The people of Pelegion seem pretty unfazed given the circumstances.
They've yet to get the full range of their emotions back. Maybe it's for the best. Can you imagine the panic otherwise?
Yeah, we wouldn't have been able to leave, that's for sure.
Whatever Lenegis is planning, it's a fair bet this wedge they've sent down is just the beginning.
Even now, they're stealing away Dana's astral energy as we speak. Come on, we don't have much time.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
Where are these Forland mountains exactly?
Those are the mountains you encounter if you walk deep enough into the Lavtu marshland.
I don't remember there being any sort of path like that around there.
It's possible we overlooked something before. It wouldn't hurt to look again.
We finally made it.
That was quite the little adventure we went on. I sense a poor soul who is in dire need.
Sounds like our cue to step in and help. Huh?
Ridiculous.
Got it.
Right.
Okay, off we go.
It's huge. I bet it'd be a good way to test my strength.
Don't get carried away, Law.
No choice. Here I come!
Illuminate! I'm also good with airborne targets.
Rising Wyvern!
Holy Land!
It's over! Aim for the weak spot! Struck!
Raging Cascade! I'm only getting started. Get out there with the
Resonate with the earth.
It's over.
Swallow Blade! I'll take you all on!
Holy Land!
Mirage! You're mine! I'm not done! Mirage! Pierce through!
Only getting started. Illuminate the door.
Here I come! Take this! No escape! It's over! Swallow Blade! Slash! Rising Wyvern! Rising Phoenix! Wide open!
It
You're
won't
mine!
escape me.
Sonic Thrust! Rising Wyvern! Rising Phoenix!
Only getting started. Now, get on in there with the others. Healing Circle! What would I do without you? Holy Land! I'm only getting started.
Okay, here I go!
Here's the healing art. First aid!
Take this!
There! Lightning Condemn! Thunderblade! Illuminate Magic Condemn! I'm only getting Land! Here I go!
Mirage!
Raging
Take this!
Cascade! Here I go!
Make it escape.
Resonate with the
You're mine!
Air thrust!
No
Let me
escape!
help.
Mirage! Struck!
There!
Our art's being interrupted.
Come forth! Only Glimmer!
Rising Wyvern! Chill!
This ends now!
Consider yourself finished!
Here I go!
Rising Wyvern! Rising Phoenix!
Illuminate the sun!
No escape!
Holy Glimmer! Holy Land!
You're mine!
Got it! Now's our chance! Dance in the wind!
Here I come!
Air thrust! I'm almost impressed.
High praise coming from you.
I said almost. Don't get carried away.
You're mine! No escape!
Feel! Healing
You're
sword
mine!
to the stockpile!
Strike!
Thanks, Shira.
The enemy is full of astral energy!
Say no more!
They really made us work for that one.
Huh?
Yeah.
How?
Huh? Well...
Hey!
No way.
All right? You don't say. Stay calm.
Huh?
Good.
Sure.
Perhaps you shouldn't have gotten your hopes up.
I felt moved by people whose love transcended the boundaries of race. I wanted to hope.
I can see why you'd feel that way, I suppose.
Hello. I see. Oh. What?
Oh?
I see.
Yeah.
But why Volt? Boron's. Whereabouts? Don't they know where their own sovereign is?
Considering we've come across him the world over, he's likely been operating on his own for a while now.
Maybe even his own subordinates were just toys to him.
We've reached our destination.
I hear a voice. Somebody's asking for help.
Yeah!
Sure. How did it come to this?
You're a beautiful woman, Shion. That's a good thing, right?
Wait, Kisara. Hey, Kisara! How did it come to this?
bet that one could give you a decent workout.
Go no further!
You're mine! Strike! Pierce through! Rising
These
Viper!
things really get on my nerves.
Rising Phoenix!
Pesky airborne scoundrels!
Sounds like a job for yours truly.
Okay, here I go! Now I can let loose!
I thought you were going to wreck the place.
I'm not near
I think I'm coming down with something. Then I'll provide assistance however I can.
As impressive as always.
Here I hope there wasn't food.
No, I mean, you're even better than ever.
I've never seen Sion actually look sculptured.
Can you take it?
Begin!
You got company.
You're mine! Sonic
Here.
Thrust!
Got it.
Rising Viper!
Now's our chance.
Rising Phoenix! Not a chance! I'm not done! Slap! Swallow Blade!
Too much to handle.
Mirage! Swallow Blade! Not a chance!
Raging cascade.
Elusive Deity! I'm not
I'll fix you up. Recover.
Now I can let loose!
Illuminate
Sonic
the Holy Land. Not more.
Now I can let loose!
Now.
In an instant! Impact Block!
Raging condemned. Got you.
Here I come! I'm not done!
Illuminate the sun. Here's a healing arc. Holy glimmer.
Rising Phoenix!
Holy
I owe you one! Take this! Sonic Thrust! Eat this!
Holy glimmer.
Here I come!
Negative gain!
Rising Wyvern!
Resonate with the
Rising
earth!
Phoenix!
Healing flow.
I owe you one! Now, while it's reeling!
Take it down.
I owe you one! Elusive Deity! Crush!
Taking your
Healing
Such unadulterated fury.
Swallow Blade!
I'm only getting started. Go. You're mine. Do it.
Totally! In an instant! Impact Block!
Don't push yourself too hard.
You guys want to rest here?
Sure. Just great.
Well, anyway, I should get to work on dinner.
Oh, we already started.
We've got it covered tonight, Kisara. Just relax and leave it to us.
I see. Guess I'll do some laundry instead.
What does it look like?
Yeah, I guess you are.
Of course not. I have a good memory. Once someone yells,
He's fine, Kisara. I've been keeping an eye on him. And
Oh, good. If you say so, Alf.
hey, how come you don't trust me when I...
Just don't squeeze too hard or else you'll damage the fat.
Yeah, I get it. You know, if you keep making that...
What was that?
Nothing. Nothing.
Well, if there's nothing from... I suppose I should take this as a sign of how much they've all grown. Oh, Dohalim.
Simply admiring our campfire as I await dinner.
Although I'm sort of relieved.
Oh? And here I thought you were planning to scold me.
Why? Did you want to be scolded too?
No, I wasn't saying that. The night is aglow, with stars at what I hold most dear.
That's not like your usual poetry.
Brimming is thy soul, with words.
Okay, I get it. You want me to...
To hear your words of worry, I can but sit.
I said I get it. I guess I'm just struggling with how capable everyone's become these days. I'm proud of them, but I'm not so... I guess it's been troubling me a bit. They don't need me for chores or fighting anymore. And I don't have much in the way of feminine charm. But aside from being a soldier, do I have anything else to offer? And if not, then what good? I can't help worrying about it.
Lost though you may be, with Utopia, life without you would be no life at all.
Dohel, you're right. I still have Miguel's dream left, and we still have the fight ahead of us to overcome.
With you by my side, even the...
Okay, I think that's enough poetry for one day.
Hey, dinner's ready! Wow, you look really happy, Cysloden.
Oh? I'm just excited to see what you two... Dohalim, all of your replies last night were poems. What was that all about?
I suppose I was struck with poetic inspiration. Did it strike your fancy?
Yes. I found it to be quite elegant.
I'm afraid my memory of them is a bit faint. Could I trouble you to recite them for me?
No, you cannot. Remember them yourself.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
That was quite the little adventure we went on.
Hey, what do you say we fight that shining enemy?
This one's tough, but we have no choice.
There! Let me know if you need healing. Lightning
Sometimes
orb!
a retreat is the best strategy.
Bet that shell's hiding something tasty. Armored soldiers!
Some of Volron's former guards.
Let's take them out quick before things get messy.
All glory unto Forland!
Lay down your arms, and no one has to get hurt.
Silence! Traitors like you shall never walk free!
I knew you were stubborn, but you don't have to be so damn dramatic.
Forward blade!
There!
I shall ensure you survive the astral bounce.
That's my cue!
Shut him down!
Rising Wyvern!
I
Rising
can
Phoenix!
do this all day!
Forward blade!
You're mine!
Rising
Now! What's with the hole here? Is that supposed to be their hideout?
It doesn't look like it's freshly dug, whatever it is. Maybe it's the entrance to a path to Cysloden. Everything all right?
Oh, yeah, I'm fine. Let's go.
We managed to pull through.
This place is rather gloomy.
Why don't you lighten the mood for us while we're here, then?
I'll see what I can do. Tell me, Alphen, wherever did you learn how to wield a sword?
I was wondering the same thing too, actually. I'm guessing you knew how to fight before you met the Crimson Crows, right?
I used to be a soldier who served a Danon master. I never saw the guy's face, but I still fought for him because he was my employer. Looking back, it wasn't all that different from being a slave.
A Danon master? That must have been before the Renans brought you to Lenegis 300 years ago.
You must fight using real Danon techniques then.
Really? We used to have our own sword arts?
There's a lot of our own history we've lost since the Renans first invaded. It's not all magic and art. I'm sure it includes things like sword styles too. It's incredible and also a little surreal to see those arts still survive after all this time.
Not only that, but I first learned these moves while serving one ruler, only to end up turning my sword on the ruling class altogether. Pretty ironic when you think about it.
I apologize if I dredged up unfortunate memories for you.
Nah, we're good. It's in the past now. All we ever did in those days was stir up trouble.
You're using those skills for a good cause now. It's not all bad.
I suppose this is what people mean when they say that every cloud has its silver lining.
Exactly. He's using those sword skills to make the world better. Could be a lot worse.
True enough. I will stop worrying about mentioning it then.
No wonder we couldn't manage to find them. They've been holed up here all this time, hiding.
The remnants of Volron's forces. You think they were planning an ambush on Pelegion?
Possibly. Then again, knowing how blind their devotion is, maybe they were just waiting.
Waiting? For Volron, you mean?
Even though we already defeated him? But yes, I suppose you're right. For these guys, that would just be a technicality. They act more like worshippers than subjects. They're probably still in denial that he was overthrown in the first place.
Either that, or they were biding their time until the next crown contest. Either way, their allegiance is to their lord.
Who they're convinced and expectant will return. So in the meantime, they wait patiently in preparation for the day that he finally does. That's way more than just loyalty. It's no less than total subjugation.
We seem to have come across something a little unusual. This one will be difficult to predict.
Here we go! You're mine!
Negative get! Sometimes the retreat is the best strategy. Simeon. You've noticed it, haven't you?
Notice what?
I'm referring to Shion.
I never thought you, of all people, would come to me about her.
Yes, well, what concerns me has more to do with what machinations may be currently unfolding in secret on Lenegis as we make our way along this tunnel.
And you're saying it's related to Shion in some way?
Perhaps. She believed there was a good possibility that the Renis Alma may free her from her thorns. One would think after losing the Renis Alma, she would be more dismayed, and yet she isn't. Why? There's also the matter of the power that she inherited from...
You heard what she said. She didn't know about the Maiden's power.
Mere ignorance does not preclude her deep connection to the events unfolding around us. You recall when her thorns went rampant in Castle Del Faris. I've never seen dark astral energy manifest in such a way.
I thought you said all Renans had dark astral energy inside of them.
Correct. However, what Shion exhibited was far beyond what any ordinary citizen could ever possibly possess. And let me be clear. I do not intend to cast doubt on Shion or her motives. Nevertheless, I cannot shake the feeling that there's more to all of this than what we currently know. Do you disagree?
It's obvious that people used to go through here in order to get to the other realms.
You think Forland really did seal it off to keep it hidden then?
Seems like it. Those soldiers we encountered might have known about it, and chosen to hide out here.
But with the entrance collapsed and exposed,
Oh, help! There! Finish it! Thunderblade!
let's cut our losses.
I can shit.
I see supplies and other signs people were living here. Even Zoogle cages.
Definitely looks like this is where the remnants of Voron's forces hold themselves up. Yeah.
They were hiding in a place like this all along.
Eat if you know what's good for you.
Wait, we're surrounding us!
Come on, Mike.
Sleep now and end this and get a bite to eat instead. Is that stat?
This'll make us even more formidable.
A delicious piece of cake. Go
Stay calm.
lightning
I shall put
ahead.
some time to retreat to the best strategy.
That equipment should come in handy.
How much do they have to steal from us to be satisfied?
What's that thing's purpose, anyway? Some kind of siphon that sends the astral energy the Lords harvested to Lenegus?
Not as far as I'm aware. That said, it has become evident since the forming of the Renaissance, as well as other recent events, that my insight may be thin. I would, as I believe the saying goes, take what I say with a grain of salt.
Dohalim.
At the very least, I believe we can assume that whoever is pulling the strings behind the scenes has had this in the works for quite some time.
Why's that?
The people on Lenegus may have plenty of resources at their disposal, but not even they could prepare something like that in a mere month. Something of that magnitude takes considerable time, as well as a predetermined goal in mind.
Then what was the crown contest for?
At this stage, I think it was but one step in the greater scheme we see unfolding before us. What that scheme is exactly, I haven't a clue. For now, I believe we should keep moving. The path continues. It's quite possible it will take us all the way to Cyslodia.
Agreed. Let's keep moving.
So Shion's thorns are dark astral energy.
Rinwell, are you worried about Shion?
Of course I am. But I don't know how to talk to her about it.
You and me both.
Come to think of it, what happened to those 4 lights that fell from Lenegus along with the wedge?
All 4 of them scattered in different directions. It's anyone's guess where on Dana they might have landed.
I'm not entirely sure, but it seemed like those lights may have all been different elements of astral energy.
So even though they're using the wedge to siphon off energy from Dana, they're shooting it back down to Dana as well? Why?
I don't know. It all happened so suddenly.
Hopefully it's not a sign of some new threat we'll have to deal with.
But if that red woman has anything to do with the wedge, then what could that light...
It's weird, isn't it?
Oh?
The Red Woman. Shion and Dohalim said they'd never seen her before Pelegion.
Are you saying they're lying to us?
No, it's not that I think they're lying, just... there has to be some reason for it, right?
Well, one thing the 2 of them have in common is that they're both Renans.
Okay, you 2. Put a pin in it for now. I know that we're in the dark about a lot, but for now, let's focus on getting through these mountains.
Yeah, of course.
Through!
It would appear I attract too much attention. I try not to chase fruitless endeavors.
Be careful!
It sure got cold all of a sudden after we passed the peak.
Law.
Yeah, we're getting close.
Out of our way!
Resonate with the earth! Come and
The wise
face me!
warrior knows when to call it quits! Your wing will...
Come through!
Lightning condemn! Thunderbolt!
I try not to chase fruitless endeavors.
may look...
Negative! Sometimes a retreat is the best strategy.
This might be some decent equipment.
Anything that makes battles easier is okay by me.
We made it to Cyslodia.
We need to get that bridge down somehow.
It looks like we can control it from our side. Let's take a closer look.
Are you okay, Law?
Oh, fine. Just thinking. The past is a real downer. That's why I'm focused on what's ahead of me. You?
Yeah. I'm going to stay the path. As long as we're all together, I know we'll be all right.
Same here. Now let's get moving.
Oh, good. We can cross through here.
Stop! Who goes there?
My name is Alphen. We're not your enemies.
Did you say Alphen? Slap me silly, it really is you!
Forgetting someone?
Renwell! Oh, glad to see you're doing okay.
What are you guys doing out here?
We're patrolling the realm. Never thought I'd bump into you all on my rounds, though. Heck, enough of me, though. What's going on up in the sky? Feels like the world's gonna end.
That's what we're trying to figure out ourselves. And as it happens, got a big favor to ask.
I had an inkling that's why you'd come back, as soon as I saw you in the distance. So you beat all the lords, huh? Damn, you really must be a hero.
I just did what I had to. So can you send anybody to help Ganeth Heros?
I think we can help out. I'll hit up the other resistance groups and rustle up some support. I doubt they'll have a problem sending people once I mention it's you who's asking.
Thanks. If you guys can help out, that'll give us a chance to do something about that wedge out in the ocean.
Yeah, I think that's something only you guys can handle. Speaking of which, that thing's out in the middle of the ocean. How do you even plan on reaching it?
By boat. We're about to go look for one.
No rest for the weary, I see. Hey, what happened to that mask you used to wear?
It's a long story. Let's just say I lost it.
I sure never expected to run into Bregan.
Cyslodia's probably in good hands with him.
Yeah, now we can focus on finding a ship.
A boat, huh? Where are we gonna find one of those? It's not the kind of thing people just leave lying around.
Especially not Renans. For an Imperial power, they never have shown much interest in maritime expansion. Still, I dare say there should be the odd small vessel here and there.
All well and good, but that structure's slap bang in the middle of the ocean. A fishing boat won't cut it.
Let's just try to find one that won't sink us halfway out, yeah? Not that it needs to be a huge galley like Almadria's or anything.
Just as well since we've passed, let's see, literally 0 huge galleys.
All I know is we have to reach that thing in the ocean. Anything that might work, I say we try it. Thanks to Bregan, it seems like Ganeth Harros should be in good hands at least.
I wonder who they'll send to look after things. It'll be someone from one of the other resistance organizations, no doubt.
They could do a whole lot worse than someone like Doc. And knowledge of medicine would go a long way there.
Wait, do you mean the old guy back in Calaglia? Ganeth Harros would be one hell of a trek from there. He'd have to get here first.
My brother's old second-in-command, Legil, would be a perfect fit, too. Pity she'll probably still have her hands tied up with work in Menancia.
Mahag Sar will be the same story. They won't have the manpower as it is, let alone enough to start exporting it.
Man, everyone's still struggling to get back on their feet, huh?
Knowing Bregan, he'll probably take things into his own hands. He seems like the kind of guy who enjoys a challenge.
Thinking back on it now, though, it does kind of make you realize just how many people we've gotten to know in each of the places we visited.
That's true. And each and every connection we forged is priceless. Anyway, we can trust Bregan to take care of things from here. Come on, let's focus on the task at hand.
It's freezing.
It's always like this in Cyslodia.
Menancia was most fortunate, I see.
Aw, are you tired, Poodle?
You sure he's not just trying to hide from us?
Looks like we get to sleep with a roof over our heads.
I see someone who looks troubled about something.
A little compassion can make all the difference.
Huh? You?
Yeah.
Could that be... what the hell? Oh, come on. Again? I'm skeptical. Maybe if we use... You did it! Calm down, dude. Let's hurry.
What language was that? Lawese? I didn't understand a word of it.
Sorry about that. That was Patvo, an old friend of mine. He's like a little bro to me. There's a Zoogle on the loose that he couldn't finish off. Want to help deal with it?
Another? Well, I guess it can't be helped.
Meow. Meow.
What are you doing?
I'm talking to the kitty.
That isn't a cat. Okay, off we go.
We finally made it.
They took a lifetime to master.
Then I'll have to keep training.
It's like trying to... What do you want to do about...